And then secondly, the invitation was written, but I wouldn't know that I would receive it. I didn't know that I would come there because the day before I was attacked on the field, left with injuries. It's continued 6,000 times to 500 times in 20 years. I took it bravely, and I see through the macro packs of anatomy, subjugation, subjective, objectification, objective, and my interest in the quadrilateral cerebellum to transform colossus cerebellum. The secrets of inside of you and the object subjective and the godless is not an evil man, but a good man, and a good man in universal, not theocratic. The indoctrinations, liberalist education, and optological unity of even creative anatomy, which was explicated since Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo and Asclepius, of course, Avicenna, and from philosophical to anatomical indoctrination, and then to see that praxis is not thoroughly examined by mafia in a complete way, because they do the exercise of the evil deeds. They kill people. My premise was to show paintings in sensibility that would reveal a cognitive sense that Europe and Hitler and Stalin and Roosevelt bloodlines and Cold War and no man's land have continued into modern era. And I saw that the Caesar-less dictatorships, less SPQR, became modern Senate, Congress, Parliament. This transformation of world charity and starvation and consciousness goes that this work and my experience with my wife, Melissa Benca, and my work is that we're attracted to each other because we're part of the flora plan of the world, the Uber-Schichtspahn. It's not a dinosaur AFBA, but it's the palladium of the modern live four-dimensional space, modern man. And that the institutionalism and transformation of these academic forums are not just tragic in my life by being followed through on the highest level, not as Cooper Union architects and artists who conform to ad reductio contradictum absurdum, but to the new self-chosen post-Nietzschean ophthalmological paintings of modern reality in their vocal Africas and the hidden big gang theater and the schmächtig Conservatium Sassiono Stutergi Science, the Halle, the Cosmos, the Haydn Planetarium, the Getschmann Halle Planetarium, the transformation of the dukes, the evolution from circle to square words, to ophthalmological concilium universum, metamorphosis macro, through the brain, spine, evolution of aquatorium, micro to macro species, to the double occipital bone of the brain cavity, and the transform of the double joint hip hole as a transformation of erectus, Homo erectus, dinosaur extinction, to modern Homo erectus sapiens dominant in modern quadrilateral space, which science and predetermined dioptria have not been able to transform. Modern man, in this chance of a Perleus examinor, transforms that the evil done by Getzi and Abelovsky have not made a mark on me. It's not a continuum, it's a transformation of my genius to the mix of the transformation that I record the cup of the Bramante Bernini, Buonorati Benca, and the Siqueiros Orozco, Rivera Benca, the new that there is a God beyond God in monotheismus to modern history and man, and that it isn't divided by by evil wars and secularism, that it's the true objectification and subjectivation union is necessitated by the division between 3 and 4 digits and transformation of Zeux's pergamonismus to Chronos as God and Jupiter status to modern Christ. To modern man, universal BENCA is a nomenclatura to my urgency that I see the logo of my life as being the logo of the Institutional Museum in AFBA, where the living dinosaur is my life, it's my anatomy, and the speculum of Dante transference the BENCA pantheon of modern world. The second coming of modern man is not a plan, but it's the Weizenbenz of Zeus-Jupiter complex too. Then in Germany, the names and transformations are based on a system that can carry it to the universal monotheismus, to modern man as not having God, but having presence of the consciousness of God in man, in all of us, as a standard. The position is that the 250,000 paintings in Cold War, and especially communist era, the tragic comedies, are like Dante, are not being shown. What's been shown is the forced religious paintings that were forced under torture. When I saw the 200,000 Ukrainians being crucified by Getty with steel pipes, etc. I will go into details before. I want to keep this short. The transformation of this is that I'm not being paid, and my extortion is the humiliation in the deepest sense in a public area. Why I continue this interview. My position is that Vladimir Putin and Trump create millennia in the year 2003, Adolf MMM as a triartia quadratis justice palace in the consciousness of modern neurology anatomy. I was taught this in Columbia College of Physicians by Ernest April in pathology analysis of 1,800 cadavers, which I took care of every year for Dean of Anatomy Ernest April at Columbia College of Physicians. Then went to Morelli Brothers at the University of Bologna and Arco Ginnasio of Bologna, honorary doctorate in anatomy and painting. Visited by many academic and university, American Academy and other academies, honorars. To me, the position was that paintings transform in reality the modern sensibility that is key to creating universal pantheon. Without this, modern man has not come to the card, the first circle of the cup of the pantheon to transform top half and bottom half of Mesotin, Neolithic man to modern medieval archaic modern man as a permanent stasis.